Greetings everyone and welcome back. In Bungie's Court of Oryx livestream, they revealed exotic swords. Yup, that's right, exotic swords. So this one right here is called Raze-Lighter. Its description reads, "With your own hands, you forged the mighty Raze-Lighter. Now take it in hand and feed its flames." As you can see, this particular sword does solar damage, but there'll be other swords that do arc damage and void damage. So let's have a look at its perks. Its base perk is called Solar Forged Guard. Use L2 or left trigger to guard. Effective against arc and void attacks, less effective against solar attacks. So that means you can use the sword to block attacks and incoming fire. So the perk in the first column is called Tempered Light. Increased armor while wielding the sword. In the second column there are two perks. The first one is called Scabbard. Increased sword ammo capacity. And the second perk in the first column is called Thrive by the Sword. Kills with the sword grant super energy. The perk in the third column is called Phoenix Uppercut. Use R2 or right trigger to launch into a solar light uppercut. Now I believe this is the sword's heavy attack, because the sword has two different kinds of attacks. And finally the fourth column also has two perks. The first perk is the same perk, Scabbard, increased sword ammo capacity, and the second perk is called Warrior of Light, increased damage for your right trigger attack. Now we were also told in the stream that this sword will not be found randomly, we will have to forge this sword, and I have a feeling that this may be a part of a quest. Like I said earlier, we don't know if this is the only exotic sword or if there'll be more, but what we do know is that there'll be legendary swords as well, but we don't know if those swords will have to be forged as well. I'm really hoping that we have to forge each one. I think it would be a really cool idea if we have to gather the parts for each damage type for each sword. I'm also curious as to whether each sword will have different perks or if they all have the same perks. If each sword does have different perks, I think it would be a really cool feature if we can forge the exact sword we want. For example, since you have to forge the sword yourself, I think it would be cool if certain parts determine what perks you get. So say if I wanted to build a void sword with certain perks on it, I can go out and gather the right parts to build that specific sword. Anyway, that's just some speculation on my part of course. We don't know exactly how we're going to build these swords, we just know that we have to forge them. I cannot wait to get my hands on these swords. After seeing this, I need the Taken King now. Let me know what you guys think of this sword down in the comments below, and let me know if you're hyped too. Thank you very much for watching, positive ratings are always appreciated, and I'll talk to you next time, Guardians.